Happy Tuesday, everyone. Welcome here at Aura 7 Activewear. My name is Francesca. I'm going to be your guide for this 10 a.m. yoga class. We're going to have classes, live classes here on Instagram every Tuesday and every Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And I'm going to guide you guys through this practice. All right, so we're going to get started in about like a minute. And we're going to get started in child's pose. Good to see you. Good morning. All right. Just come to your mat. You can already start to settle onto your mat in a child's pose. I'm going to give you two different options. You can keep the knees together, the heels together, and just simply drop the belly onto your thighs as you bring the forehead down to the mat. In this way, you're going to have your arms by your side, your palms turning up to the ceiling. Or you can choose to go into your regular child's pose. Then you're going to open the knees a little wider. So you can drop the belly in between the inner thighs and you can stretch your arms forward. Rest the forehead down to the mat. Close your eyes. Start to soften the breath. And try to focus only onto your breath. Feel the rhythm of your breath. And then start to feel how your body is reacting when you start to slow down your breathing. Taking slow inhales in through the nose. Feeling the energy rising in the body. And then slow exhales out through the nose. Feeling this calming sensation throughout the body. Gently pressing the forehead down to the mat, feeling the connection with your third eye, center of intuition, center of knowledge. Maybe gently turn the head to right, to left, massage out your forehead, and come back to center. Gently blink your eyes open. You're going to rise up into a tabletop position, all fours. Bring the hands underneath your shoulders. Spread the fingers away from each other. Point the toes back, knees underneath the hips. Pull the belly into the spine, and then feel how you're lengthening from the tailbone all the way to the crown of the head. Your neck is nice and long. Now with the next inhale, drop the belly button down, lift the gaze, lift the tailbone to the sky. And as you exhale, push the earth away, tuck the chin to the chest, gaze back to your navel. Again, inhale, cow pose, belly down. Tailbone and gaze to the sky. Exhale, round, push the earth away, gaze back to your navel, cat pose. Again, inhale. And exhale. And come back to neutral tabletop position. Keep your hips over the knees and then walk your hands forward, coming into puppy pose. Drop the chest down towards the mat. Rotate the tricep muscles down to the earth and either place the forehead down to the mat or place the chin down to the mat and gaze forward. Walk your hands back, come back into a tabletop position. Then inhale, reach your right arm up to the sky. Push the earth away with the left palm, open up through the chest. Exhale, thread the needle, bring the right arm underneath your body. Place your right ear, right shoulder down to the mat. Then lift the left arm high to the sky. Deep inhale, bend your back, left elbow and reach back behind your back. Stay here or maybe pick up your left foot, left knee and then start to lift it up and stretch it all the way back behind you. Focus on the breath, deep inhale through the nose and exhale it out. Slowly release the knee down to the mat, open up from your bind. Push the earth away with the left palm and inhale your right arm one more time up to the ceiling. Exhale, come on back down to the mat, tabletop. One more round of cat and cow. Just massage out the spine. And come back to neutral tabletop position. Inhale your left arm high to the sky. Push the earth away with the right palm. Then exhale, thread the needle. Reach your left arm underneath your body. Left shoulder, left ear comes down to the mat. Pause here. Feel how your hips are right over the knee line. Then inhale your right arm high to the sky. Bend your right elbow, reach back behind your back and roll the right shoulder up to the ceiling. Feel that nice twist here. You can stay here or maybe pick up your right foot, right knee away from the mat. And then maybe stretch it all the way up to the ceiling. Again, stay with your breath. Deep, slow inhale in and out through the nose. And then slowly release the right knee down to the mat. Open up from the bind. Press the right palm down to the mat. Push the earth away. Inhale your left arm high to the sky. Exhale, release, come on back into your tabletop. Now just tuck your toes under and lift your knees about an inch or two away from the mat. You're still in a tabletop position where your toes are tucked under and your knees are hovering over the mat. Your shin bones should be parallel with the mat, with the earth. And then maybe just slightly round through the upper spine so you feel how the entire core is participating in this pose. Take a deep inhale, gaze down at one spot, exhale through the nose. One more time, deep inhale. Exhale, slowly start to lift the hips high to the sky. Walk your hands just a couple inches more forward and find your downward facing dog. Spread the fingers away from each other, press down through all 10 knuckles. Feel how you're rotating the tricep muscles down and spinning the biceps up to the ceiling. Bringing a soft bend into the knees, lift the tailbone high. Pull the belly in, gaze back in between the feet. And you can notice that your heels your heels should hide behind your toes. And your heels do not have to touch the ground. You can just softly press them down towards the mat. Feel that stretch in the back of your Achilles, your calves, your hamstrings. Deep inhale through the nose. And exhale, let it out. Inhale, come on high onto your tippy toes. Stretch out your feet. Then roll both heels to the back right corner of the mat. Keep your feet parallel and feel how you're keeping the body weight in the left and right palm equally. Inhale, come back to center and exhale, roll the heels all the way to the left side. Feel that stretch in your legs and your IT bend. And come back to center, rise up high onto your tippy toes, lift the heels as high as you can, lift the tailbone high, and as you exhale, keep pushing the earth away with the palms, start to bend the knees and hover the hips over the heels. Maybe gaze forward towards the fingers. Inhale, hips high to the sky, exhale, come back into your downward facing dog. Take a deep, slow inhale through the nose, exhale, let it out. Inhale, gaze forward, exhale, step your feet behind your wrist, coming into your Ragdoll Uttanasana. Keeping your feet at least hip distance apart, or maybe well wider if you feel that it's beneficial for you. Grab onto opposite elbows, let the crown of the head to melt down towards the earth. Sway the body to right, to left. Good. Now keeping the connection with the elbows, start to turn your body all the way to the left and rise up, lift the elbows up to the sky, all the way up. And then as you exhale, roll down to the other side. Again, inhale, lift it all the way up. Maybe find a little back bend at the top. And exhale, come on back down. Soften the knees if you need. One more time to the left. Inhale, lift it all the way back up. Find that baby back bend. And exhale, come on all the way down. Stay at center for a little bit. Then we're going to do the same thing to the right, 3 circles to the right. So start to bring the elbows out to the right, lift the arms up, keep the elbows over the head, and exhale, go down towards the left. Again, inhale, lift it up, maybe find a little back bend at the top, and exhale, come on back down. Last one, inhale, lift the elbows up to the sky, find that baby back bend, and exhale, come on back down. Good job. Stay bent over, bring the hands behind your lower back. In and out of the hands, squeeze the shoulder blades together, keep the thumbs onto your lower back. And then slowly, keeping the shoulder blades squeezing together, keeping the elbows squeezing together, start to straighten out through the elbows and lift the fist up to the ceiling. Keep your neck nice and long, let the crown of the head to melt down to the earth. Good, then rebend the elbows, keep squeezing the shoulder blades together, the elbows together, switch to interlock, place the opposite index finger on top, squeezing those shoulder blades together, squeezing the elbows together, start to straighten out through the elbows and lift the fist up to the ceiling, lengthen through the back of the neck, and maybe even start to shift the body weight forward into your toe mounts as you let the crown of the head come down deeper. Good, release the hands down to the mat. Don't heel your feet all the way mat distance apart. Let your toes to hang off of the mat. Your heels are on the mat and squat down into Malasana. Hands at your heart center, lift up the chest, press the palms together, and then bring your thumb closer to your sternum, to the middle part of your chest. Gently tuck the chin to the chest, and now start to press those elbows into their inner knees, pull the belly button into the spine, and lengthen out from your lower back. Release the hands down to the mat. Toe heel your feet together, bring the big toes to touch, your heels to touch. Bring your hands onto your shins and then reach the crown of the head forward. Find a halfway lift. Your back is as flat as a table. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and even try to find a mini back bend in this posture. Deep inhale, reach the body weight more forward, and exhale, keep all that length, just fold forward, bring the forehead towards your shins. Maybe wrap the forearms behind the calves. Lengthen through the spine, lengthen through the backs of the legs. Good, inhale, reach the arms all the way to the sky, rise up, lift the arms to the sky. Exhale, hands come back to your heart center, Samastiti. Bring your hands to your heart, tug the tailbone under. Feel how you're rooting down through the big toe mounds, the pinky toe mounds, the middle of the center of your heels. Lift up the kneecaps, engage your thighs, pull the belly into the spine. Allow your breath to flow through the body. Then inhale, reach the arms to the sky, find the baby back bend at the top, go pose the arms, lift up the heart, push the hips forward. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, hinge from the hips and fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into a high plank position, top of a push-up. Hold in your push-up position. Spreading the fingers. Press down through all 10 knuckles. Wrap the triceps back, spin the biceps forward. Pull the belly into the spine. And then make your legs super engaged, so the legs are participating actively in this posture. Good, then slowly start to reach forward, come on onto your tippy toes. You can drop the knees down or keep the knees lifted. Bend the elbows, come down to your Chaturanga, keep the neck long. Inhale, upward facing dog, lift up your chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, press into the tops of your feet. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips high to the sky. 3 breaths here. Slow, steady breath, in and out through the nose. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Feet together. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky, rise up. Hands come back to your heart center, Samastiti. Inhale, lift up the arms. This time, grab onto your left wrist. Tuck the tailbone under, keep the feet together, and then slowly start to pull the left wrist out to the right side as you push the hips all the way to the left. Lift the chin away from the chest, find that half moon shape. Take a deep inhale, exhale, go a little bit deeper. One more time, deep inhale, exhale, go a little bit deeper. Inhale, come back to center. Now grab onto your right wrist, tuck the tailbone under. Find as much length as possible through the whole spine. And as you exhale, slowly start to pull the right wrist all the way to the left. Push the hips to the right, lift the chin away from the chest. Find that length throughout the right side of your body. Deep inhale, focus on the breath. Exhale, go deeper. One more time. Deep inhale, exhale, go a little deeper. Inhale, come on back up. Separate your feet hip distance apart. Place your hands onto your lower back sacrum. Point the fingers down to the mat. Then slowly as you squeeze in the shoulder blades together, push the hips forward. Lift up your chest. Lengthen through the cervical spine as well. Keep the engagement in the legs, your knees are straight. Push the hips forward, feel your heels rooting down to the mat. Inhale, come on back up. Bring your feet together, rise, lift the arms up. And exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up your heart, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back into a high plank position. Pause there again. Feet are hip distance apart, palm shoulder distance apart. Spread the fingers away from each other and find your drishti, your gaze. Gaze down one spot onto your mat. Then inhale, reach forward with the sternum. Come on onto your tippy toes, knees are down or not. Bend the elbows, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips high to the sky. Now walk your hands a little closer to your feet. So stay in your down dog, but make like a baby down dog, like a little mini down dog here. And then root down through the left palm. Reach your right palm to the outside of the left leg. Now start to bend your right elbow and pull the upper body closer to your lower body. Maybe bend gaze underneath the left armpit. Release, right palm comes down. And then reach your left arm to the outside of the right leg. And then maybe slowly bending the left elbow, pulling your chest closer to your thighs. Maybe gazing underneath the right armpit. Come back to center. Come back into a downward facing dog, hips high to the sky. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, reach the crown forward. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Bend your knees, come on into Utkatasana, chair pose. Lift up your arms, turn the pinky slightly towards each other. Drop the thigh bones nice and deep down into the mat. Pull the belly button in towards the spine. Now feel the body a bit more into your heels. And then gaze down to check onto your toes. If your toes are not hanging over the knee line, if you cannot see your toes, that means you have to shift the body a bit back into your heels and drop the thighs, the booty back behind you. But at the same time, try to avoid to create a big arch into your lower spine. Pull the belly in, tuck the tailbone under, and lengthen out from the whole spine. Neck is long, deep inhale. Keeping the length of the spine, see if you can sit down a little bit deeper into your chair. Again, deep inhale. And sit down, exhale. Bring the hands behind your back, turn the palms down, elbows are straight, neck is long. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, lower back is still nice and long. Take a deep inhale, interlock the hands behind your back, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, straighten out the legs, but keep the bind. Bring the forehead down to your shins. Hold it here. And release the hands down to the mat. We're going to come into crow pose or crow prep. Place the hands down, shoulder distance apart, open up through the palms. Then lift the hips high and then see if you can place the knees onto your triceps, just like that. So practice that first. But if you have the connection, your knees can go down onto your triceps. Then check onto your triceps. Are they turning out to the side or can you still spin them back facing towards the back of the mat? Hold on that and then start to lean forward, focus more forward. Where the gaze goes, the body follows. So see if you can maybe lift up one foot or maybe both feet away from the mat today. Round through the upper spine. Don't stop breathing, keep focusing on the breath. And if you like, you can practice your Chaturanga jump back. Like simply shoot the feet back and arrive into your low Chaturanga. Or just simply release and make your way back into downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg halfway up. Point the right toes down towards the mat, level out through the hips. And as you exhale, pull the right knee to the right tricep. Good, then hold it here, stay in high plank, don't go back into down dog. Exhale, bring the right knee to the left tricep. Inhale to the right, exhale to the left. Inhale to the right, exhale to the left. Inhale to the right, exhale to the left and hold it there. Then extend the right leg out to the side, hold it here or turn to the inner arch of the back foot and lift the left arm high to the sky. Release the left palm down, use your core to pull the right leg through, lift it all the way to the sky, coming to a down dog split. Exhale, bring the knee to your nose, round through the upper spine, gaze forward, step the right leg forward into a low lunge position. Keep your back heel lifted and come on onto your tippy toes. That could be a good place to use two blocks if you need it. So I want you to feel that the back leg and your spine is one long line. So if you feel like your chest is falling forward, you can straighten out the legs. Then you're gonna grab your two blocks, frame the front foot, and then bring your fingertips or your palms onto those blocks, all right? Now reach your sternum, the chest forward, pull the right hip back into its socket, turn the left hip forward, make your left leg straight. Then slowly float the arms back behind you. Lift the belly about like 2 inches away from the right thigh, but actively hug that right outer hip back into the center line. Lengthen through the neck. Your back leg is strong and straight. Deep inhale and exhale. Now hold it here. I need more room. Hold it here. Bring your right arm forward. Unless you have any lower back issue, just keep the arms by your side. And as you exhale, switch left arm forward. Again, right arm forward. And left arm forward. Now keep the left arm forward and let's see if you can reach the right arm forward as well. Now the energy line is from the back heel all the way to your pinkies. Keep the neck long. Deep inhale. Exhale, left palm comes down to the mat and twist right arm high to the sky. Keep pulling the right hip back into the center line, keeping the left leg straight. And don't let the left heel to fall out to the side. So point the left heel straight back behind you. Push the earth away with the left palm open through the chest with the reach of the arms. And then release the right palm down to the mat. Step back into a high plank position. Now we're going to go into side plank Vashisthasana. Keep your feet together, roll to the outer arch of the right foot. Right palm stays down right underneath your shoulder and lift the left arm high to the sky. Any variation if you like, you can drop the bottom knee down, maybe here, or you can lift up the top leg. Maybe reach the top arm forward. Come back to center. High plank pose. Lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg halfway up. Reach back to the left heel. Point the left toe straight down to the mat. Exhale, pull the left knee to the left tricep. Hold it here. Now stay in your high plank. Do not go back into down dog. Just bring your left knee to the right tricep. Inhale to the left. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the left. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the left. Exhale to the right and hold it there. Extend the left leg out to the side. Stay here or falling star. Inhale your right arm high to the sky. Slowly release. Right palm comes back. Use your core as you pull the left leg through. Lift it all the way to the sky. Down dog split. Feel that stretch. Exhale, pull it into your nose. Round through this upper spine. Push the earth away. Now gaze forward and step the left leg forward. Keep the back heel lifted. You either come onto your tippy toes or grab those two blocks. Hands or fingertips on top of the block. Feel the connection with the back leg. Lift up the right kneecap away from the mat. Pull the left hip back into its socket and reach your sternum forward as you pull the belly button into the spine. 2 more breaths. Find that length. And then lift the belly just 2 inches away from the left thigh and fly the arms back behind you. Actively pull the left hip back. Lift up the right kneecap. Lengthen through the cervical spine. Pull the belly in. Deep inhale. And exhale. Back leg is strong. Your right heel is pointing straight back behind you. Good. Now with the next inhale, reach the left arm forward. Pull the belly in. Don't let the hips to twist. Exhale. Switch. Right arm forward, left arm back. Again, switch. Left arm forward, right arm back. And switch. Right arm forward, left arm back. Now hold it here. Keep the right arm reaching forward. And then reach the left arm forward to meet the right. Turn the pinky slightly inward. Release the inner shoulders away from the ears. Find that nice long line from the back heel all the way to the pinkies. Deep inhale. Keep all this length. Just bring the right fingertips down onto the mat and lift the left arm high to the sky. Again, a great place to use a block, especially if you needed those blocks in that low lunge position. Maybe grab a block and place the right palm, the bottom palm, onto that block. And watch what happened with your back heel. Did you twist the back heel out to the side, or is it still pointing straight back behind you? Engage your left tricep. Pull the belly and lengthen through the spine and exhale. Maybe twist a little deeper, but the left fingertips are the extension of the left shoulder. Then come on back down. Left palm comes down to the mat. Step back into a high plank position. Bring your feet together and pause. Belly strong, legs are strong. Going into side plank Vashisthasana. Roll to the outer arch of the left foot. Flex your feet. Stack the ankles, hips, and shoulders on top of each other. Modify whenever you need to. Maybe drop the bottom knee down. Or maybe find that up level, lifting the top leg up. Reaching the top leg forward. Try to balance. Hold it there. And come on back. High plank slowly with control. Now lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Hips high to the sky. 3 breaths here in your down dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, Ardha, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Chair pose, Uttanasana, lift up the arms. Good. Now keep the hips facing forward. Bring the fingertips aligned with the shoulders. Like you're holding a block. Pull the shoulders back into its socket. Keep facing down, seeing if the toes are hanging over the knee line. And as you exhale, twist, reach the right arm back, left arm forward. But don't let the right hip to follow the right finger. Your right hip is still facing forward fully, and you're twisting from your waistline, from your belly. Come back to center. Exhale, twist to the other side. Left arm back, right arm forward. Hips stay still facing forward. Come back to center. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fly the arms back behind you. Drop the hips nice and deep. Pull the belly in, lengthen through the spine. Bring the hands to your heart center and twist to the right. Good, stay here. 5 more breaths, or you can bring the hands down to the mat and squat down into side crow if you like. Good job. Slowly come on back. Stay in your twisted chair pose if you're still there. Hands at your heart center. Gaze down at your left big toe. Or maybe the right. The right would be a better one. Gaze down at your right big toe. Pick up your left foot, because your left foot's going to move. Pick up the left foot, bring the left heel to your left glute. And then slowly start to stretch the left leg back behind you. See if you can hover there. Then place the left foot down. Come on into a twist. Good. Your left heel is still lifted. Your left heel is facing straight back behind you. You pull in the right hip back into the center line and twist. And now see if you can fly the arms open and then engage your core. Come on into an open twist, a vertical twist, upright chest. Deep inhale. Turn and twist as you exhale. Then bring your right hand in the back of the left leg and lift the left arm high to the sky. Exalted warrior. Deep inhale. And exhale. One more time, deep inhale. And exhale, windmill the hands down to the mat. Go through your vinyasa. Skip a vinyasa if it's a little too much for your shoulders, your joints. Or you're just getting a little tired, and come back to your downward facing dog. Now inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift Ardha. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Bend your knees, chair pose, Utkatasana. Lift up the arms. Drop the thighs nice and deep, even deeper. Feel the engagement in the glutes, in the outer hips, even in the inner thighs, like you're squeezing a block in between the inner thighs. Then drop the thighs a little deeper. Bring the fingers aligned with the shoulders without moving the hips. Reach the right arm back, left arm forward. And come back to center. Turn the palms towards each other. Exhale, twist and turn to the left. Draw the hips a little deeper. Come back to center. Good. Fly the arms back behind you. Reach the chest forward. Really drop the booty down. Lengthen up from your lower back. Bring the hands to your heart. Exhale. Twist to the left. Hook the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Press the palms together. Lengthen out from the spine. Deep inhale. And exhale. Now you stay here for 5 more breaths. Or you can come down into side crow. Lean into your Chaturanga arms. Round through the upper spine. Use your core. Use your breath. Come back. Still in chair. Twisted chair. Palms together. Then gaze down this time onto the left big toe. For real. And then start to shift the body weight back to your left foot. Then see if you can pick up your right heel, right foot. Good. Then slowly stretch the right leg back behind you. See if you can hover. And then slowly release the right foot down to the mat. Come on into a twisted lunge. Check onto the right heel. We tend to let the right heel fall out to the right side. So point the right heel straight back behind you. And again, feel that twist more coming from your waistline, from your torso. Press those palms together. Deep inhale. And exhale. Good, then fly your arms away from each other. Open through the chest. Turn on your core. And slowly rise up all the way into that vertical twist. Release the back arm to the back of the right leg and reach the right arm high to the sky. Deep inhale and exhale. Deep inhale And exhale. Last deep inhale. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Step back into high plank pose. Pause there. Bring your elbows down to the mat, forearm plank position. Keep your elbows shoulder distance apart. Your wrists are shoulder distance apart as well. Spread the fingers. Lift up the kneecaps. Pull the belly in. Your thigh muscles are engaged. Gaze down in one spot onto the mat. Now just tap your right knee down to the mat. Keep the left leg straight. And exhale, twist. Switch. Left knee down. Right leg straight. And switch. Right knee down, left leg straight. And switch. Left knee down, right leg straight. Switch. 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 Try not to do it too fast. Just right. Good job. Now come back into that forearm plank. Walk the feet a little wider away from each other or farther away from each other. Drop the feet out to the right. So your right outer foot and your left inner foot is touching the mat. Now your elbows are down to the mat. Lift the hips up and lower them down. Lift the hips up and lower it down. Lift it up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Nice job. Hold this forearm plank. I know. Feet are a little wider than hip distance apart. Roll the heels out to the left side. Keep the elbows down and lift up the hips. And back down. Lift it up. Back down. Up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Hold it there. And drop the belly, drop the hips down. Sphinx pose. Good job. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Press down into the tops of your feet. Roll the pinkies slightly down and spin your inner thighs slightly up to the ceiling. Your legs are so engaged that your kneecaps are lifted away from the mat. Good. And then from here, stretch back into a child's pose. Knees wide, big toes to touch, arms in front of you. Walk out to the left side. Stretch your left hip back to your left heel. And maybe place your right palm on top of the left. Out to the other side. Walk all the way to the right. Press the left hip back to the left heel. Maybe place the left palm on top of the right. Good job. Come back to center. Then sit down onto your mat. Swing the legs around. We're going to come into boat pose. Navasana. All right. So place the heels down to the mat. Bend your knees. And then find a soft spot in between the sit bones and the tailbone. Lean back. Grab behind the knees. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Create a nice flat spine here. Now, your goal is going to be not to round at all through the spine. So if you feel like you're rounding, then just come back one more layer, all right? So keep the spine nice and long. That's your goal. Lean back enough so you really can feel your core muscles. Then slowly lift the feet away from the mat. Okay, you can bring your shins parallel to the mat, and you can hold it onto the knees the whole entire time. I already feel my core here, so that's totally fine. Or maybe reach the arms forward, but keep the length of the spine. Deep, slow inhale, neck is long. And exhale. Deep, slow inhale. And exhale. Last one. Deep inhale. Exhale. Slowly start to extend the legs and lower down into your low boat, Ardha Navasana. Good. Hold it here. Maybe point the toes. You can flex or point your feet. That doesn't matter. Just the bottom line is you keep the engagement in the legs as well. Your eyes and our toes are in the same line. Pull the belly in. And exhale, come on back into your boat pose. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, turn the palms towards each other. Spine is nice and long. Maybe extend the legs. Hold it here, 3. Keep breathing, 2. And 1. Slowly lower down into your Ardha Navasana and hold it there. Now, pull the right knee in, lift the chest a little higher, and come on back down. Pull the left knee in, come on back down. Right knee in, and back down. Continue doing this, or bring the fingers behind the ears and twist a little bit. Twist to the left, back down. Twist to the right, and back down. Twist to the left, and back down. Twist to the right, back down. To the left, back down. To the right, Back down to the left and hold it here. Hold, reach the arms forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Hug the knees to your chest. Give yourself a nice little squeeze. Roll to the right, roll to the left. Come into a happy baby. That feels so good. Reach from the inside of the knees. Grab the outer arches of the feet. Try to stack the ankles on top of the knees. So if you're grabbing your feet and you have to lift up the tailbone or your head is crunching up to your feet, then just grab behind the knees and try to relax the whole spine down onto the mat. Feel that opening in your hips and your hip flexor. And of course, if you want to extend the legs, that's another option. But try to tuck the chin to the chest and keep the lower back down onto the mat. Good. Then bring your feet down to the mat. Keep your feet mat distance apart. And then let the knees to fall over to the left. Goalpost the right arm, turn the right palm to the ceiling and gaze over to the right. If you want to intensify this stretch, you can place the left ankle on top of the right knee to pull the right knee down, feeling a deeper stretch in your lower back, sacrum, IT band, psoas area. Good, then come back to center. Feet are still mat distance apart. Drop the knees over to the right. And then for first goalpost the left arm, gaze over the left shoulder. And if you want to go a little more intense, you place the right ankle on top of the left knee. Whenever you get to deep stretches, try not to force it. Just slowly allow it. And when you're exhaling, you're giving your body the permission to soften. Soften on areas where you don't need to hold on tension. But it doesn't mean that you have to force it all the way into the deepest variation. Good job, come back to center. Hug the knees back onto your chest. Release the soles of the feet down to the mat. Keep your feet hip distance apart. Keep your feet perfectly parallel. Bring the arms by your side. And bring the shoulder blades a little closer together, but try to press the outer arm bones down to the mat. Then lift up the hips away from the mat, bridge pose. Hold it here, or maybe start to interlock the hands underneath your body. Press into the pinky edge of the palm, still tucking the chin to the chest. And then squeeze onto the outer hips. Imagine again that you have a block in between the inner thighs. So your knees are not going to go any wider than your hips. And you're lifting the belly button up to the ceiling. And then slowly come on back down. Good. You're going to go back up. If you like to go into Ardha Navasana, bridge wheel pose, please feel free to go in there. Then your hand's going to be by your ears, but you can go back into a simple bridge pose again. Now this time you can play with the legs. Either way, if you're in bridge or wheel pose, that's just an option. Bringing the feet a little closer together. Shift the body weight to the left leg and bring the right knee into a tabletop position. When you do that, we tend to twist in our hips. So fix your hips so your hips are still level. You can keep the right knee bent or you can extend the right leg up to the ceiling. Pull the belly in, deep inhale. Exhale, lift the right leg a little higher. Good, then slowly release. Come on back down. Release the hips down to the mat. Good, we're going to do the other side. Lift the hips up and away from the mat. Bridge or wheel pose, your choice. Tuck the chin to the chest, neck is still long. Lift the belly button up. Keep imagine that you have that block in between the inner thighs, so don't let the knees to fall out to the side. Then bring your feet a little closer together. Shift the body weight to the right foot. Bring the left knee into a tabletop position. Check onto the hips, make sure they stay in one line. And then slowly lift the left leg up to the ceiling if you want, or keep the left knee bent if that serves you better. Good job, slowly release. Come on down onto your mat. Bring the soles of the feet together, let your knees to fall out to the side. Uttanasana. You can bring the elbows over your head, grab onto opposite elbows, close your eyes. Just soften the inner thighs, inner groins. Good, then close your knees, grab onto your knees. Grab behind the knees and start to rock and roll back and forth onto your mat. Cross your ankles, make your way back into a downward facing dog. Simply step back to your down dog or go through a vinyasa. Inhale your right leg high to the sky, point the toe, bend the knee and stack your hips. Let the right heel fall over to the left side. Maybe circle the knee or flip your dog if you like to do that. Right leg high to the sky. Exhale, step the right leg all the way forward into low lunge. Drop the left knee down to the mat. Point the left toes back. Inhale, lift up the arms. Let the hips to sink down towards the mat. Feel that nice stretch in your frontal left hip bone. Pull the right hip back. Deep inhale and exhale. Release the left palm down to the mat. Reach the right arm back behind you. Bend your back leg and reach, grab onto your foot or ankle. Roll the right shoulder back. Release. Half split or full split. Place where I love using the blocks. Shift the body weight back. Flex the right foot. Lengthen out from the spine. Pull the belly in. Then slowly go deeper. Of course, if full split Hanumanasana is in your practice, feel free to do that. Good, come on back to center. Shift the body weight forward and come on into half pigeon pose or any other hip opener on the right side. So half pigeon, you drop in the right shin down, flex the right foot to the right knee to protect the knee joint, point the left toe back, turn the left hip forward, pull the right hip back, deep inhale, and slowly start to go down. 5 breaths here. Or in any other hip opener you choose to be. Take this time to scan the body, feel the body from the inside, soften the shoulders, the muscles around the face, and especially the muscles around the hips, to allow that right hip joint to open up. Allow the gravitation to pull you further down to the mat. Good job. Slowly come on back onto your palms. Lift up the chest, tuck the back toes under, lift the right leg high to the sky. You can go through a vinyasa if you want, or just simply come back to your downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high to the sky, bend the knee, stack the hips. You can circle the knee around, or you can flip the dog if you did that on the other side. Try to do the same thing on the left side as you did on the right side. Inhale your left leg high to the sky. Exhale, step it all the way through to low lunge. Drop your right knee down, slide it maybe further back behind you. Pull the left hip back and inhale, lift the arms up to the sky. Allow the hips to come down further to the mat. But from the belly button up, reach all the energy up to the ceiling. Deep inhale and exhale. Release the right hand down, reach the left arm back behind you. Bend your right leg, reach back for your foot or ankle. Kick into your palm, roll the left shoulder back. Release slowly. And shift the body weight back, coming into your half split pose. Framing the left foot, flex the left foot back to the face. Pulling the left thigh bone into its socket. Lengthen out, deep inhale, pull the belly in. Exhale, maintain a flat spine. Flex the left foot towards the face and go a little deeper. Good job. Slowly shift the body weight forward. Release the blocks. Toe heel your left foot to the right edge of the mat. Come down into your half pigeon pose. And again, if you prefer to do a different hip opener, choose that. 5 breaths here. Soften the muscles around the left hip, around the left inner thigh, inner groin. Soften the muscles around the shoulder, around the face, around the jaw. Slowly lift the chest up. Good job. Come on back. Lift up the chest, tuck the back toes under. Lift the left leg high to the sky. Again, go through an optional vinyasa. And come back into your downward facing dog. Drop the knees down to the mat. Sit down onto your mat. Swing the legs around. Extend both legs in front of you, sitting in Dandasana, arms by your side. So if you feel like your lower back is rounding and there's no way you can straighten your lower spine, then maybe just try to bend your knees and then see if you can lift up the spine that way. And then slowly you can always work on softening the knees down and then pause wherever you feel like you have to give up on the length of the spine. Good, then inhale the arms to the sky, keeping that length in the lower back. Keeping all that length, exhale, fold forward, Pigeon Uttanasana. Lift up the chest, inhale. Exhale, melt, forward fold. Gently flex the feet towards the face. Maybe shimmy the hips further back behind you, softening the backs of the knees down to the mat. Inhale, rise back up. Bend your knees and slowly, one vertebra at a time, you're going to roll back down all the way onto your mats. Extend the legs, separate down feet, hip distance apart. Turn the palms up to the ceiling. Bring the arms by your side. Bring the shoulder blades a little closer together on your back, underneath your back. Tug the chin to the chest. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Take a slow inhale through the nose. Open your mouth, audible exhale. Sigh it out, let it go. Shavasana. Give yourself the permission to stay here, stay still. Focus on your breath. Let go of the thoughts, let go of the past, let go of the future. Just simply connect to yourself. Feel the vibration of your own body, feel the vibration of your breath. And everything else around you, every single sound, it's just a vibration. Without connecting to them, just let them flow through you. Take another deep inhale through the nose. And slowly let it out. If you're enjoying this moment in your Shavasana, please stay here as long as you like. And if you're ready to move on, turn the head to the right, to the left. Move your fingers, move your toes, roll out the ankles, roll out the wrists. Inhale the arms up and overhead, take a full body stretch. Bend your knees and roll over to your right or left side. Gently press yourself up. I'm going to find a comfortable seated position. Sukhasana, cross the shins. Bring the hands to your heart center. Gently bow in front of your heart, tucking the chin to the chest. Feeling your heartbeat. Feeling this calmness in the body. Then gently lift the thumbs in between the eyebrows. Lift the gaze to the ceiling, blink your eyes open. Together we bow forward, sealing into our practice. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming and practicing with me today. I hope you guys enjoyed your class. If you have any questions, any feedback, please just find me here. And you can also visit Aura7 at YouTube and do some fun classes over there. So we're going to be here every Tuesday and every Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Have a wonderful day. See you guys.